There's something called the Christian dilemma. If Jesus is God, there's a problem because in the Old Testament, Jesus told Moses that anyone who commits blasphemy should be stoned. Lo ish el vi chazev, Numbers 23:19. God is not a man that he should lie. In other words, any man who claims to be God is a liar, and that man should be. So in the Gospel of John, Christians believe this is now God incarnate, claiming to be God because he's God incarnate. And so the Jews pick up stones to stone him rightfully. And then he chastises them and say, why are you stoning me? Well, they're stoning him because he told them to stone them, because he's committing blasphemy, because God is not a man that he should lie. And then the Johannine Jesus calls them children of Satan for not accepting his blasphemy. You're not supposed to accept blasphemy. So I think that's a little bit of a problem in Christian theology, and I really haven't heard a good answer for this. It seems like God or Jesus, if he's God, which I don't believe, but if he's God, he's kind of setting up the Jews for failure by telling them to stone the blasphemer. A man who claims to be God is a blasphemer, so they do exactly that, and then he calls them children of Satan for not accepting his blasphemy.
It's highly implausible that a rabbi walking around the Galilee in Palestine 2,000 years ago went around claiming to be God, because that is kufr, according to Jewish theology. Why would a rabbi walk around claim to be God, committing kufr, and then expect other Jews to believe his claim and commit kufr with him? It doesn't make any sense historically. Now, the thing I want to point out here is, look at the similarity. According to the Qur'an, Jesus was a prophet and messenger of God. According to the dominant opinion of historians, a self-proclaimed prophet. According to the Qur'an, the Messiah. According to historians, a Messiah of some sort. According to the Qur'an, a great teacher and reviser of the Torah. According to historians, a teacher and reviser of the law of Moses, a rabbi. According to the Qur'an, a miracle worker by God's leave, a purported healer, a spiritual master, bringer of the gospel, a teacher of great spirituality, the announcer of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the announcer of someone to come after him, a human being in all respects not divine, someone who did not claim to be divine. So it's very interesting. A book that comes 500 years after the New Testament is closer in its description of the historical Jesus than the Bible that was written at the end of the first and second, at least those Gospels, the end of the first and early second century, according to modern historians.